Hi everyone, this is audap. Let's check out The Sinking City on Nintendo Switch. Now the base game is on sale this week, so this is why we're checking it out. It does have a bunch of DLC. Unfortunately, it doesn't appear the DLC is on sale too. So just be aware that the DLC is not necessary for the game. I guess the base game itself is pretty meaty. DLC is just like I think there's additional. There's some additional quests that you can undertake, I believe, and then there's like an experience booster and some stuff again that's not really necessary. But I went ahead and purchased all the DLC, so this ended up being just like a regularly priced title. But again, the base price is significantly discounted, so I think it went down from like 35 to 15. So pretty good deal. Let me take a look at what options we have here. Of course, we'll have to turn that up because it's super dark on streaming services. Maybe somewhere around there, I think. Turn down the master volume just a bit. I think I'll just leave all this stuff on default. I'm sure we're going to have to turn this up. In fact, I'll just do that a little preemptively. Yeah. Oh, it has motion controls too. How interesting. Let's leave those on there and see how well it works. Alright, let's check it out. Frosty welcome. Dear Mr. Charles Reed, as you requested, I've researched the outbursts of hysteria and visions in the city of Oakmont, Massachusetts. It turns out that your assumptions were correct. Such cases are indeed more frequent here. Men and women from across the country are drawn to Oakmont, haunted by visions similar to yours, a city drowning, presence of something great yet unknown. As luck has it, I believe, we have stumbled upon the source of your ailment, and the person who might help you with it. Prepare yourself. Then come to Oakmont as soon as you can. I will meet you here to help you on your way. Cordially, your Hans Vanderberg. Your Hans, not my Hans. Boy, it's got some loading. Now, there's a little bit of controversy going on with this game's publisher at the time. On this platform, they're self-publishing, so this developer is basically directly dealing with Nintendo themselves. But on other platforms, they had a partner publisher who allegedly has not met their contractual agreements. So the only places that you can find this currently is directly through the Frog Wars website, on the Switch, and on Origin. I really didn't feel good about buying it on Origin, so instead I bought this on Switch. I would probably prefer to have gone through some other distributor because I really wanted to play it on PC. But this is good enough, I think. Wow. All my friends are ugly. They didn't really age well like me. The worst thing is he probably swallowed cod liver oil, which is something that would probably make you throw up. And this should help cure me. Go. Oh, this is terrible. No, well, this captain sucks. Can't even stay in the water. Now, the Asian in me just looks at that and thinks, why? That'd be delicious fried up. Okay, and you see all that stuff that was the DLC. I mean, for independent developers, I like to purchase the DLC. I mean, not necessarily just to support them. May not necessarily even want some of the the DLC, but I think they made some efforts to get this on the Switch, and I applaud them because a lot of not all publishers do. At least the really snobby publishers don't publish on Switch. Pretty much everybody else knows that this is where you make your money. So,
never trust a tourist advertisement.
what's it say? It's waiting for you? Okay. Well, I wouldn't say that's not accurate. Folding camera. What the hell is this? Letter from J. Vanderberg. Dear Mr. Charles Reed, as you requested, I've researched the oh, this is the same thing as the intro. Okay. Frosty welcome. I'm not going to take that with me. Why wouldn't I take that with me?
If I never have to use it, something tells me I will.
Yeah, I'll take it with you. What the hell? Guns are expensive during this day and age. Do I have to hold the button? Oh, I do. Oh, it's like gathering resources. You have to hold the button. Okay. Good to know.
Now get out.
Ah, okay. That's stuck. Is there a jump?
At last, Mr. Charles Reed. What a pleasure to finally meet you in the flesh.
Nice to meet you.
Johannes Vanderberg, at your service.
Really?
I did promise to meet you the moment you arrived.
Ah, much obliged, Mr. Vanderberg. I guess I didn't expect you to mean so literally.
Sorry, I thought you'd be taller.
Please call me Johannes. But where are my manners? Welcome to the proud city of Oakmont. Alas, now is not its finest hour, though it is its most important.
How about my problems?
You said you know someone who can help me with my problem. The visions have been getting worse.
And some blue
Such
pills.
vividness of dreams is not uncommon here in Oakmont. By chance, the man I spoke of, Robert Throgmorton, is already at the port. He has dedicated a lot of time and effort to investigate this issue. Alas, I fear he has a more pressing matter on his hands.
Does he have his penis in it?
How can I find Mr. Throgmorton?
Don't worry, you can't miss him. Throgmorton tends to stand out from the crowd.
I need somewhere to stay.
I'll need a place to lay my head while I'm here. Any recommendations?
Fear not. I've already feathered a nest for you. There's a room in your name at the Devil's Reef Hotel. Here's the key.
Sounds charming.
Don't judge a book by its cover, Mr. Reed.
How do we get to Devil's Reef?
What's the best way to get around Oakmont? I'd like to drop my things at the hotel.
Most locals go by foot, or by boat. I've got the latter sorted for you. There's one waiting outside the port.
You're too kind, Johannes. Can you steer me towards the Devil's Reef?
Take this map. I've marked the hotel and a few other key places.
What else did you mark on the map?
Other places? Like what?
You're a private eye, yes? Well, I've highlighted the police station, city archive, newspaper, places you'll need to get to the truth. This city is insular, its ways mysterious. No one will take you by the hand, so you better know where to turn in search of a lead.
What do you do here?
How do you fill your days, Mr. Vanderberg?
I host a philosophy club for the like-minded intelligentsia, gathering seeds of thought, like moths drawn to a flame.
Does Oakmont really have much of a market for philosophy these days?
There is no consciousness without pain, Mr. Reed. No better moment for clarity than times of hardship.
Goodbye.
Well, that's it for now, I think. Thanks for helping me get my bearings.
No. The pleasure was mine, Mr. Reed.
Oh, before you go, how can I get in touch with you later?
Don't worry about that. I'm the kind of man who finds you.
Oh, I have to say, actually, the voice acting and the animation, the facial animation and the lip sync animations are actually really good. I mean, they're better than like Mass Effect Andromeda. Well, maybe that's not saying much. So that's actually pretty impressive. I mean, and this looks like a Switch game, you know, from Unreal Engine, so it's not going to be probably all that impressive. I think the only really impressive game that we saw from Unreal Engine on this system was maybe Astral Chain, maybe a few others, but this is what I kind of expect to see from an Unreal Engine game on the Switch. Not necessarily bad, but you know, not super good either. Right? In a horror game, I suppose that's okay. You don't want things too terribly crisp in a horror game, or so far I haven't seen one that's like been a terribly crisp looking game. Oh, this place looks like a wreck. Under the keel bar. Sure, this place smells wonderful. Titanium life. Oh. What is this? Albert Thorgamont's will. I hope someone finds this. My name is Alget Throgmorton. Throgmorton? And this is my will. I want to warn you, don't go to the depths below Oakmont. There, unreadable. We should never have done that. Everything should have remained in that cave. Professor Unreadable, I fear what will become of me. It's singing in my brain, dancing on my eyelids every time I close my eyes. Unreadable. The cycle goes on and on and on and on and on and on. Unreadable. Until in the end it comes. I must warn everyone. I must tell my father, Unreadable. He's here. Well, so much for finding that guy. Guess I know what happened to him.
You like it here, newcomer? Well, get used to it. No one leaves Oakmont nowadays.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's right. X is going to be jump or climb. B is going to be crouch. It looks like we're gonna have to stealth some portion of the game since we have the stealth animation. Yeah, a little pop in for the level of detail. Again, I'm not expecting that much from an Unreal game.
I don't care about your petty excuses. No one leaves the port until my son is found, and that is final.
Excuse me. Are you Robert Throgmorton?
I am, but not interested. Go away.
The name's Charles Reed. I'm a private investigator, just arrived from Boston. I was told you might be able to help me.
I won't monkey around, don't worry.
Investigator, you say? Well, perhaps we can help each other.
What happened to your son? Something ape him?
If I may ask, what happened to your son?
Why do you care? What's your angle, outsider?
Well, like I said, I'm a PI. Finding people is kind of my specialty.
Is it? Well, Albert was part of a deep-sea expedition I commissioned. This useless fool over here says he found Albert washed ashore in a lifeboat. Says he was barely conscious, out of his mind, talking gibberish in some other language. But he even tried to bite him.
And you don't believe him?
Complete malarkey. I know my Albert. I raised him strong and smart, the best of his kind. It couldn't have been him. Albert's disappearance is the work of Innsmouthers. Mark my words.
What do you know about the visions?
I've heard you're the man to speak to about visions, outbreaks of hysteria. I'm trying to get to the bottom of it myself.
Another newcomer with another problem. Yes, I know what you speak of.
Can I ask you a few questions?
How dare you? My son Albert is missing, and no one in this Innsmouther-ridden city will do a damn thing. But yes, let's talk about your dreams.
Sorry, I just swung by in here. Don't go bananas on me.
I take it you're not the biggest fan of these Innsmouthers.
Those fish-faced freaks have overrun this city since the police burned Innsmouth to the ground. But now, those filthy migrants occupy half this damn city. The port, Grimhaven Bay, Salvation Harbor, the shells. They are everywhere.
So they're just refugees.
Hardly. They've taken work from the local fishermen. They stir and agitate against us, the Throgmorton family. We are the pillar of this community, not to mention that crime rates have skyrocketed. Simply speaking, they are a big stinking pile of trouble.
Your
features are unusual. Well, I probably don't want to say that. I can try to find Albert.
Mr. Throgmorton, let me help you. I'm rather good at tracking down missing people. I'll find Albert.
What makes you think you can do it? Oakmont is not exactly friendly to new arrivals.
Let's just say I tend to see things that others miss. And anyway, what have you got to lose? Sounds like you could use every man you can get.
Vera. You have a point, newcomer.
Vera?
Sorry, did you just say Vera? What does that mean?
You had better get used to the Oakmont dialect, outsider. That is, if you want to fit in. It is a fascinating blend. Vera means fine. I was saying, we have a deal.
I see. Thank you.
Tell me more about the
I
case.
need to know more about what happened to Albert.
Dane, did you not listen at all? I already told you everything. After leaving on the expedition, Albert was found on the shore in a lifeboat. This fisherman supposedly brought him to the house, and then left to call me. But when I arrived here, my son was nowhere to be seen.
Anything else?
Clearly, something suspicious occurred inside the house. I suggest you stop dawdling and go see for yourself.
Where's the fisherman's house?
Where's the house where this all happened?
For Kay's sake, I thought you were a private eye. We're standing right in front of it.
And the lifeboat?
You mentioned a lifeboat. Is it still around?
Even though I just found it.
Yes. Face the house, then to the left is a beach that borders a fence. You'll find it there.
How's it going?
As much as I'm enjoying the weather, Mr. Throgmorton, it's time for me to get started.
Find my son, newcomer, and be quick about it.
I've said everything I know.
Don't do anything stupid, newcomer. And keep your hands where I can see them.
Boy, everybody looks a little weird in this game. I suppose that's on purpose, though. Oh, I just pushed my way in. Okay. Well, could use a little tidying up, huh?
Let's see what you find, newcomer.
It would take tremendous effort to move this thing, let alone tossing it over like this. Hello? Hey, can you hear me?
Oh, my head. What? Who are you? Are you police? I already told them everything.
It's okay. I'm Charles Reed, Private Eye. Mr. Throgmorton hired me to find his son.
Oh, okay. What do you want?
Tell me what happened.
I want to know what happened here. Every detail.
I don't remember much. Me, Paul, and Lewis. We were here. This is our house. Barry was outside on his business. Then he came back carrying Throgmorton's son. He was unconscious, barely breathing. Barry left again to call Mr. Robert.
Then what?
We put the guy in Lewis's room. And he started to make these horrible sounds and... Okay. My head began to burst. And he woke up. And after that, I don't remember a thing. Just dreams. Drowned streets, a sleeping giant, a voice that called me...
That sounds familiar.
And who are you?
Tell me about yourself.
Name's Will. Will Hammond. I'm a fisherman. We all are. Live here together. Me, poor fella Paul, Barry, and Innsmouther Lewis Flynn. We moved here after the flood. I worked on the railroad, but the rail ain't kicking anymore, so I started fishing. It was that or starve.
Where are the others?
Where are all the other guys?
That's Paul there on the floor. Kay be with him. Barry's outside with Mr. Throgmorton. Lucky rascal missed everything. And I have no idea what Lewis or Throgmorton's son got to. Starting to suspect the worst.
What happened to Paul?
Do you know how Paul died?
I don't know. When I pulled myself together, he was already gone. Kay have mercy on his soul.
Who's Kay?
Who is this K you keep mentioning?
Outsiders, show some respect. Kay is our lord, our light, our love.
Sorry, I didn't know.
I gotta go.
I'll leave you to it. Take care of yourself, Will.
Please, detective, sir, tell me the truth. Could it be me? Did I kill Paul? Or did I kill him?
I don't know yet, Will. The police will stop anyone coming in or out of here, so I suggest you just try and get some rest.
I'm afraid of what I might dream.
Choo-choo. Choo-choo.
Oh, yeah, I will have to gather resources. Yeah, boy. What is it with the modern games nowadays and gathering resources? Crafting systems. Oh, yeah, well, he's seen better days, huh?
I can barely recognize the face of the poor fella. He was beaten to a pulp.
Oh.
There was a fierce fight here, but someone tried to flee.
Oh, I'm going crazy.
cards short of a full house. I'm surprised they don't have someone's portrait here.
Dartboard. A special investigative eye. How do I know what's special? Cognition. Retrocognition allows you to understand events that happened in the past. Inspect enough evidence on the scene and a vision will emerge. Step into it and find all the critical scenes. A. Mark the scenes in chronological order to gain new evidence. Oh, interesting. So, you're actually a private eye that investigates. How very unusual.
Never seen knives like this before. Masterful work. Seems like Prohibition hasn't affected Oakmont too much. So, that's what an Innsmouther looks like.
Oh, what the heck? Excuse me? Oh, okay, so you have a weapon wheel. How do I actually... Oh, the whole place is all weird.
Take this, ape face. Yeah, run!
What's happening?
Okay, let's see what we have here.
What's happening?
Take this, ape face. Yeah, run!
When Albert Throgmorton woke up, he was not himself. He attacked the fishermen, and his hysteria spread to them. When he got wounded, he fled.
Investigation of the main case reveals clues for your mind palace. Press start to open the casebook, then switch to Mind Palace. Combines pairs of relevant clues to get evidence, crucial information for the case, instead of the casebook. Deductions. These explain nuances of the case. They are displayed in the Mind Palace. Some deductions can be interpreted differently. This can lead to different conclusions. Discover all possible conclusions to fully understand the case, but it's up to you how to solve it. Yeah, it's weird that you're actually gathering evidence. So there is an actual investigative part to this game. Let's see. I will attack the fisherman. Throgmorton hits mouth of feud. Sudden psychotic outbreak. Outfled. Wounded. But returned unstable. So, that. Albert Throckmorton was dangerous and posed a threat to Lewis Finn and his fellow fishermen. Albert Throckmorton spread some sort of psychic influence which made everyone nearby suffer hysteria. He was shot without warning. Fled. No. Anti-Throgmorton sentiment. As an Innsmouther, Lewis and his people suffered at the hands of the Throgmortons. That could be reason to hate him. 400 wounded. One fisherman's missing. Albert and the fisherman named Lewis fled the scene after the fight in the house. I can track them using my supernatural sense. Follow the omens. Mind's eye can reveal omens that guide your way. Follow them to find new evidence.
There was a fierce fight here, but someone tried to flee.
I mean, it's pretty interesting so far. H. Hopefully I don't have to stay in this vision like throughout the whole game. Kind of suck. Puzzle's getting weirder. What was that? Oh, excuse me? It really winds up. What do I do now?
So the fishermen pursued Albert, even let off a few shots. Even though Albert was wounded, he managed to climb that high. Robert wasn't exaggerating when he said he raised him strong.
Oh, I see. I have a meter. Boy, this game doesn't explain some things to you. So I can't stay in that state forever, or else I start getting suicidal.
There's something in the pocket.
Bloodstained note. Lewis, please, just give me one more week. I know I owe you, but I'm underwater like everyone else right now. I don't have yet enough stock to operate the bar smoothly with the fuzz snipping about this port. But don't worry, I've struck a nice deal with the proper people and should have a steady supply channel soon. Just one more week and I'll return everything with double interest, Peter. Boy, let's scrounge every inch of the place for resources, huh? I've been playing too many games that make me do this. Is that Chris's blood?
The blood is fresh. Whoever it belongs to could not have gotten far.
Barry! Where's Barry? padlocks, and weak planks can be broken with a shot or a melee attack.
Won't budge. Door won't budge.
Yeah. Well. I think I know what happened to him.
One fatal round through the forehead. That's no accident. This was deliberate.
Nah, somebody was monkeying around, huh? See, Albert fled when wounded. Lewis pursued Albert. Lewis may have wanted to kill Albert outright because he was Throgmorton, but rather than just drive him off. Oh. Barton was indebted to Lewis. Lewis left the crime scene. Albert was murdered. Oh, do I? Wait. Lewis, the insurrector that killed Albert Throgmorton, may be hiding at the bar in Oakmont Port. Oh, I don't have anything to link it to. That's pretty much all there is. Lewis may be at the bar. Okay, Lewis. Well, at least he masked the smell with a rotting whale. Can't tell who's a dead body, and can't tell what dead body you're smelling. Okay. Is that the thing I just killed? Is there anything else here I needed? More stuff. Now that I know how to scrounge around for resources. Keep an eye on anything. Parts. Oh, it's a big place. Chronicle, hotel, police department, hospital, university, city hall. Oh, where's the pub? Where is the pub? Asylum. Might as well be a pub. I'm gonna find it myself. forgot to turn on my vision. Alright, Mr. Gorilla. I have some conclusions. You found your son's will.
Mr. Throgmorton, I found this in the lifeboat. Looks like it's your son's will.
Give it to me. Oh, my boy, what did you get yourself into? If only I hadn't sent you on that cursed expedition.
Your son was murdered.
Mr. Throgmorton, I'm afraid I have bad news.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I found your son in the basement of a nearby warehouse. I'm sorry, but he was murdered. Shot in the head and the body hidden.
No. It cannot be true. No, no, no. I don't believe it. No.
Sorry for your loss.
My condolences, Mr. Throgmorton. I had hoped for a happier outcome.
Your condolences will not bring him back. So much of our blood spilt for nothing. So much effort in vain. My poor Albert. Tell me you know who did it. I want to look him in the eyes. Make him beg for mercy.
Fisherman named Lewis?
Seems like he was a fisherman by the name of Lewis. He had a gun and pursued Albert after he fled the house.
Lewis it is, then. What do you know of him?
Turns out you were right. He's an Innsmouther.
Ugh. Those filthy scum have done it now. When I'm through with them, they will rue the day they dared lay a finger on a Throgmorton. Bring me that dirtbag, Lewis. He and I are due a reckoning. Do this for me, and I'll help you with anything you need.
Oh, good. We can just save anywhere. Very nice. But we'll stop it right there. This is audapostrophe. You've been watching The Sinking City on Nintendo Switch. Once again, this game is on sale, so the base game is at a pretty low price. I think it's like $15. It's not much. There's DLC, which unfortunately is not on sale, and that can total like up to like $36. So if you want all of the DLC, it's a little spendy. But again, you don't have to buy it. It's not required at all for the game. If you're looking for this game on another platform, unfortunately, there's something going on with the developer and the publisher, and the only way to get it on another platform is on PC through Origin or directly through the developer's website. So bear that in mind if you want to know the platform if you haven't already bought it. But we're going to play it on Switch. I think it runs pretty good. It's not like the greatest looking game. It does tend to look like others. Multi-platform Switch games, things are a little bit muddy. The level of detail is a little low, but it's okay. So far, I haven't run into really anything that I would say is unplayable, and I think we'll be fine going through it. So if you're interested in yourself, if you're interested in the game for yourself, check it out. It is at a low price, so it might be worth picking up. At least I think it is. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching. I will see you at the next stream.